next module of the chapter which is there. Now in this module, we'll be still continuing types of processes which we have not done in the earlier module. The two processes which are left are nothing but called as reversible process and irreversible process. Starting with the reversible process. Suppose if we consider a beaker having an ideal gas. In that case, suppose if we started applying pressure from top, what will happen? It's nothing but the piston will move down. If you release that pressure, the piston will move up. If you once again applied the pressure, once again the piston will move down. If you once again release, the piston will move up. That means, what is a reversible process? It is nothing but a process in which the difference between the driving force and the opposing force is very small, and by increasing opposing force slightly, the process can be reversed. Then such a process is basically called as a reversible process. What are the features of reversible process? It's nothing but system and surrounding. Mind you, the word is always in equilibrium. They are always and always in equilibrium. It is also called as quasi-static process, which basically means a very slow process. It is generally a hypothetical, an ideal and a non-spontaneous process. And lastly, in such situations, the work done is always maximum. Now these are reversible processes. What is an irreversible process? Now to understand that, I give you a small thing. Now if you see this snap carefully, it is nothing but the paper is basically turning into ashes. Now by any chance, the ashes once again cannot be brought back to something called as paper, then such situations or such processes are called as irreversible process. That means a process is said to be an irreversible if it cannot return back to its original conditions. Then these are called as irreversible processes. There are certain features of irreversible process as well. It's nothing but system and surrounding are in equilibrium only in the initial state and the final state, otherwise they are not. Second one, it is a fast process and it will take place within a finite amount of time. Lastly, it is a real thing and it will be a non-spontaneous process, and the work done in such situations are not maximum which is there. Now let's quickly go through the distinguish between the reversible process and irreversible process. In a reversible process, the driving force was slightly greater than the opposing force. That means the process can be reversed. That means equilibrium will be established at all stages. That means it will take place in an infinite number of steps. It will take comparatively a long time. That means it is a slow process, it's a non-spontaneous process, and the work done in such situations will be considered maximum. In an irreversible process, the driving force is very much greater than the opposing force. That means the process cannot be reversed. Equilibrium is not established at all stages. It will take place in a finite number of steps. It's a fast process, it's a spontaneous process, and the work done in such case is called as not maximum. Let's quickly go through certain MCQs which are there. A process which takes place in an infinite number of steps. The options given are reversible, irreversible, both of them, or none of these. And I guess the answer is the substance which takes place in an infinite number of steps is a reversible process. A process in which equilibrium is not established at all stages. The options once again remain the same, and I guess the answer is very simple. It is not established at all stages. It is irreversible processes which are there. This is what we'll be covering in this particular module. We'll be meeting in the next module. Till the time, thank you.